Almost forgot what I wanted to say. Never mind. Anyway, welcome to Digital Perspective. I'm Khalid Mani, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to take an existing newsletter design and making it better so that we can have a much better chance of converting when it lands on someone's inbox. Now, if you like our content so far, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn that notification bell on. And yeah, without further ado, let's just roll the intro. Now, probably like you, I've got tons and tons of emails sitting in my promotional box in my G Suite, and sometimes I just take a look at some of them and just to see kind of some creative ideas on how they're doing it, and some look great and some don't. And as a designer, it bugs me. So let's go to the desktop and I'll show you what my promotional emails look like, so you can see all of the junk that I've got here. And obviously every single one of these companies is fighting for my attention. Now, rule number one, instantly, the ones that stick out the most for me are the ones that use emojis, right? Clearly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they instantly land on my eye, right? So instantly, tip number one, I'd say do that. Let's open up this one. Now, this is the National Wedding Show, and I believe that they are selling their tickets. And obviously, I'm going to be attending this. Actually, slight kind of a slight confession. I've actually bought their ticket already from their website, but not through this email, because when I saw this email, there was a few things that I didn't like about it and a few things which I did like about it. Now, the things that I didn't like about it, number one, is this video placement holder here. Now, we know that you can't play videos on emails, but you can actually do GIFs in some of them. Some of the clients will allow you to do GIFs, so I would have personally preferred to have a GIF there to maybe entice me a little bit more. It's not a bad idea, but I think it could have been better. And if I click this, it goes to their YouTube video, which again, as a marketing person, I would personally prefer it to go to a landing page, because that landing page, then one, I can monitor and track it a lot better, and two, the purpose is I want them to buy a ticket. So YouTube here doesn't allow me to purchase a ticket, so I think it's a wasted click. Personally, that's just my opinion. Maybe some people will disagree, but I think it would have been better to take them to ideally this page, right? And maybe have the video placed at the top here. And I think that's would have been a better option. But one thing I do like though is I like the color scheme. I like that slightly more pastel-y look. It's very wedding-y, if that's even a word. But yeah, we're wasting too much time talking, so I think we're going to go straight into and design something different. So I've taken the logo, and that's the only thing I'm taking from this. So let's jump into my XD. Now, the width of this is practically 600 for now. 600, and the height is 900, but we may extend that depending on essentially what we do with it. So I'm going to quickly go back into my email, and I'm just going to take a screenshot. No, wrong button. Oh, I'm trying to remember which is the screenshot button for Windows. There we go. Just take a screenshot. And the reason why I want to take a screenshot is purely because no, it's not letting me do it. Here we are. Just want to capture the entire page. How about that? Save this. Save it. So yeah, so the reason why I want to do that is just because I don't want to have to keep flicking through. If I just place it there, and then maybe just get a rectangle, square it off, and just mask it. So we get rid of all the other rubbish, really. So there we have it. And that's just placed there. So really, that's just for visual references. I know what I'm working with, and I know what kind of content to do. So, extend that out, actually. Turn the vertical off. The first thing I want to do is, I like big headers. I'm a sucker for big headers, and I love that. So let's quickly just frame out a few things. So I say maybe have a big header here. I'm just using placeholders. In fact, let me just use their color, right? And this placeholder is gonna hold the logo, which probably will be around there, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put the logo right at the top there. I'm not going to have the menu navigations. I think that's pointless. No, No, I'm not a fan. And this whole thing will serve as part of the video as well as kind of the interaction. So I'm going to put maybe a play button here of the video as an icon, probably. Let's place that maybe at the bottom here, kind of thing. And then we'll have some text bang on the middle. What else do we need? Now, obviously, they've got some text displayed. Now, with this text display, I think it's going to keep it very simple. But I'm going to put it on a white background. So I'm going to put the content here. Now, I'm not worried too much about the layout or the grid system just yet, and that's only because, that's slightly irrelevant right now. We're just creatively thinking, we're just putting things together in our heads right now. What else? What tool? Let me use the rectangle tool, and we need the book now buttons for VIP and standard. Now, obviously, VIP will probably have a little bit of an emphasis, perhaps. Maybe we want to slightly upsell them a little bit. So maybe the VIP one will be at a slightly different color. Let's do this actually. So the VIP will be that color, and the standard ticket will be that color. So that's going to be our tickets. I mean, social media, yes, social medias we'll put at the bottom. Beat the grid. So we'll have, they've got what, 4? So we'll have 4. Stretch them out. There we go. Just place that about there. And usually I know I haven't got the last of it, but so then it's just T's and C's essentially, right? And then we just put the T's and C's in there, and obviously alongside the unsubscribe button. So this is what I personally would like to do, right? How are we doing for time? So we're about 7 minutes in. Fine. So this is what I'd like to do. Okay, so let's start building it out. I think let's start building out. So the first thing I want to do is I want to build an image, right? So I've got Unsplash open here. I'm just gonna keep that on the side, and we are looking for, well, they've got a runway, but we're going to look for something different. We're just going to go for wedding, see what we get. Now bear in mind one thing as well, because I'm going to have text on top of it and the logo on top of it. It needs to be basically good enough so that it's legible, right? So I don't want anything that's too bright. I obviously don't want anything that's too dark. So I quite like this image. Downloading that. I'm going to drag that on top of this. Let's see how that looks. Not bad at all. I might give myself another option just in case. I'm going to drag that there and bring back my Unsplash. Where have we gone? Bring back my Unsplash. I like this image. Not bad. Not bad image actually, because the thing is, you have to remember, so if I bring back the logo, if I put the logo in here, you can see how the logo is, it's a bit weird, because I mean, I personally would have preferred the logo to be centralized, but because their logo is left aligned, it's difficult. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make a fake box around that and have it sit inside that. And the reason why is so I can actually have some padding for myself, right? So I can pad it however I want to pad it. Centralize that, put that there. Perfect. And the text, what do they have as text? Where is it? So they've got the ultimate destination. So the ultimate destination for wedding inspiration. That's the tagline, right? So we can remove that, put that in there. Now let's go for a title box, and let's go for a title box, and let's probably make that white. Obviously, gonna pick a different one. Now I'm going for play for display, because you know, It's a wedding theme, so maybe a little bit of a serif type font will be nice. Let's put that down. Put that in the middle. Now I'm still going to drag in and use their design element, because I'm assuming that's a brand thing. So take that pink and then just shift it back one. There we go. Oh, and then we just copy down the other one. Leave that there. And obviously we still got the play button. I don't mind keeping the play button as it is. Or what we can do is we can have a more obvious play button here. Now, let's see. Let's see what Font Awesome have for us. Not brands. What we want is the free one. Solid. Yeah, I think let's do that. Let's put that play button in here. But I think I'm going to make it a little bit more stylish. So we're going to put a circle. Take that out. Make it the same pink as this. Put it in the middle. And then size them both down together. Right. Now again, ideally I want the center bit, the image where the actual man and the woman are, I want that to be a GIF, right? Maybe them not, I don't know, you know, touching heads kind of thing, or maybe just one looks around, whatever, but I want it to be a GIF animated, so essentially it would be a nice touch there. So this is where we have the text. Actually, let's go quickly grab the text. I'm going to grab the whole thing and we'll decide on how we structure it in a minute. Now, the only reason why I say structure is because, let's go for, no. Let's go for, just go for robotic for now. Now, the reason why I say structure is purely because when it comes down to text, you have to understand that there is layers to this, right? Is what do you want people to be focused on and what do you want people to almost forget about, right? It's a hierarchy. So obviously the first section should be your most important section. Now let's go double click this and turn the layers on. I'm going to adjust this slightly because I didn't actually do that. I want only 4 columns. I want the gap to be about 25. Let's find good enough. 32, that's fine. And the gutter's 32, that's fine. I'm happy with this. Okay, so we'll drag our text in here, paste it. Now, again, make sure that you follow the consistencies and that the text is actually part of the font family, if you will, right? So this is what we have here. I mean, technically, for me personally, it's a very big header, you know, to have such a large paragraph as a header personally, but let's just take this off now. I don't need that. Once we have that, then we've got the next offer is, so this is the offer. So this essentially is important as well. So what we will probably do with this one here, I'm just going to shift this down a little bit. So I'm going to copy this, paste it, but I'm going to try different things here. I'm going to try maybe, actually, let's not bold it. Let's go for another font. This could be the substitute font. So ideally something serif. No, something sans serif. I would say, let's see Lato. Then maybe make this one a little bit bolder and give this a little space. Let's see what it will look like if we place this behind threshold, give it a little bit of a background, and perhaps use the color we've got here, but again, maybe just make it a little bit pale. Nah, not a fan of that. Not a fan of that. What I will do though is I will make this text bigger, because I think that's a more important message personally there. There we are. And then we'll get that last bit of text in there. I might just extend this a little bit. Push it down. Copy this. Actually, copy this one. And we'll use the rest of the body text as this. Give it a little bit of a stretch here, so that the line spaces are legible. So about there. Never have an orphan. I think I should have to say that one, but you'd be surprised how many designers would always have an orphan sitting around. Orphans are not a good thing, both in real life and in design. So never have an orphan. Put that up so close to there, so that we make sure that the gaps between each one is same. And the last but not least, let me stretch that out. There we go. Last but not least, maybe let's try and work the buttons in now. So the first button is the standard ticket. So let's say standard tickets. Now remember, I want the VIP ticket to be a little bit more, to feel a little bit more luxurious, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this, I'm going to paste it again, so I have two of them. And now that I have two of them, where's my Shutterstock? No, these images. And I'm going to download just a regular image. This one, here we are. And the reason why is I'm going to put it on here. I don't want them. I just want the background. Put it on the back. And then we'll turn the opacity down. Play about with the settings there. Perfect. There we go. This is slightly unlegible because of the contrast, so what we'll do is we'll find a contrasting color for it. So about there should be fine. And then the same thing, well, what we'll do with this one is we'll just darken to about there. Perfect. Put that up. I think then social media, right? So social media. I might revisit this because I don't quite like the way it looks. So this is 20. Let's make that to about, let's make that 18. So our body text will be 18 from now on. This has to be bigger, but it just feels like this whole thing is too much. So let's cut that text out and we're going to split it. And this is why it's very important to make sure that you read your text as well, because if you don't understand what you're saying, how will you sell it, right? Common sense. So be sure to always read the text that you have been supplied by your content writers, so that at least you understand and then you can structure it better. There we are. Push that up and push these up as well. Perfect. Now let's do our social media icons. I'm just going to take this icon here. I'm just going to make it black. We'll just call this, so they've got Facebook. So what do they have? So it's Facebook with an F. They have Instagram. What else do they have? They've got Pinterest. Lastly, they've got Twitter. Okay, perfect. So just technically select them all, centralize them. I mean, I could put them in circles to maintain the consistency and the look. take the border off, make it black. Just do the same for all the other ones. Perfect. Group that, group that, group that, group that. And then last but not least, we've got the terms and condition text here. And that's just going to be very standard. Copy that, paste it, let's make it 12. Nope, there we are. I mean, depending on what country you're in, I mean, there are certain GDPR laws, so all of these things have to be present on your emails now. So it's very important. Make sure that you never forget them. If you do, could spell trouble. So, and we just turn the colors down a little bit on this. Again, no orphans. Not happy about the orphans, so there we are. Perfect. So just group that, group that, group that. I'm going to make sure everything is centralized. Select everything, put it in the center, then boom. So almost done. Oh, should have a like a follow us. Right, so follow us on socials. Maybe make that a little bit of a less size font, so it's not overpowering. Give it some space. Maybe extend that a little bit. There we have it. So let's go back just to make sure things are in order. Right, so let's take a look at the way that the hierarchy is, right? So let's zoom out to 1%, remove everything, just hit play. Let's go to his scrolling vertical, let's say 900 roughly. Hit play on that. So this is technically what we have right now. Oh, where is it gone? Right, this is what we have right now, right? So this is how I would do. So again, like I said, so you'll have the logo there. This is like a GIF animation with the play button, the ultimate destination for wedding inspiration. Perfect. Then the first thing, the header, that's the big thing, right? Have you been thinking about attending the National Wedding Show this autumn? Boom. Then it's the text, then it's the sell, right? The discount, if you will. What I might do, just push that to the side actually. I don't need this anymore. Just keep them open both here. So what I might do is, since this text now is a selling text, I might change that. So it's kind of an urgency text, right? Now obviously urgency texts are very very risky. Just put that on the other line. Okay, so you got your text there, the save you 30%, it's there, the last bit of text, the standard ticket. Now, essentially, you would want to say, editing Khalid here. I do apologize, not sure what happened at the end of that video, but just to recap, this is the way that the newsletter ended up looking like. So hopefully if you followed it and you've enjoyed the video, be sure to smash a like button on this, subscribe and turn that notification bell on. It does help us out. And yeah, if you want more videos, we've got more tutorials there and there. And yeah, until the next video, I'm Khalid Money, and I'll see you then. Peace.